Hey everyone, Jen Banks with Banks Canine Solutions. Let me not show you my puppy's butt. How about you see her face instead? That's probably way more fun for you. In this video, I want to talk about puppy biting play stuff where they're biting your hands when you're patting them, or they're grabbing onto your clothes, etc., and ways to stop that. So a lot of people recommend redirecting the puppy. So if the puppy's biting your clothing, you can try and give them a toy or give them a, that's what we're going to stop. Something like that. That works for some dogs. If they're biting you, sometimes you can say, oh, you know, here's a toy, go ahead and chew that. But I found what works more is actually restraining the puppy. So if they're actively putting their teeth on you or chasing after you and being really naughty, one of the things you can do is grab them to calm them down. The trick with this is to teach them how to calm down when you grab them before they're biting you. So I've got Moon Pie here today. She's fairly calm for a puppy. We just went on a nice long hike, so she's kind of tired. And what I'm going to practice with her is grabbing her collar and then letting her go when she's calm. So she's not being naughty right now. That's the trick to this, is you want to practice this sort of stuff before your puppy's naughty. Because when they are acting naughty, they're in a heightened emotional state and they're much more likely to get more agitated when you try to restrain them. So what I like to do, can you move your butt? Huh? Can you move your butt? Oh, she's so tired. So I've got my hand in her collar just like that. And she's pretty good about it. She knows that as long as I'm holding her, she needs to just not move. When I first started this with her, and I actually did this with a puppy in class last night, they tend to flail around a lot and try to get out of it and try to bite you. And I'm just silent when I'm doing this, so I'm talking to you guys, but if I wasn't live right now, I'd be silent with my puppy and I'd just be holding her. And then when she's nice and calm, I'd let her go. And you know your puppy's calm when you can have your fingers in their collar, but you're not actually holding onto them. Show them your face, baby, not your butt. She's so rude. So I just kind of have my fingers in her collar there, but I don't really have a whole lot of pressure. Are you adorable? I know, look at her. So I do that a ton with my puppy pretty much as soon as I get them. And I'm not using treats for this because the reward is being let go. So before you really deal with biting, you have to teach your puppy that if you grab them for whatever reason, they need to calm down and be still. So you do a whole bunch of grab them, hold on, they flail around and they're crazy doing whatever they're doing, and then when they really calm down and relax, you let them go. And then you do it over and over and over again, so that when you're walking down the hall and they come in and grab your ankles or grab your pants, you can tell them no, and then grab them by the collar and hold them until they calm down. Because that's what you're trying to do when you're correcting your puppy for biting. What you want them to learn is that they need to calm down. So that is what I recommend for puppy biting. Also, patting. If you're patting your dog, like she's being really good right now, but if you're patting your dog and they're putting teeth on you, you need to stop patting. Like I'm on the floor with her right now, but if she was acting really crazy and like jumping at my face and biting my hands, I'd get up and I'd walk away. And if she chased me when I walked away, then I'd grab her and I'd correct her. Are we getting very tired? She does like to do videos for you guys, though. She thinks this is pretty fun. You're a good girl. Oh, and I can also, sometimes I'll grab her by the cheek. But again, long before I did that, I did the collar grabs. Because if you just kind of grab a dog's scruff or grab them by the face, you're going to knock my thing over. Get over here. You have to teach them how to respond to the correction, which is grabbing their collar, before you need it. So that's the trick. That's what most people forget. So talking about puppy biting, how to stop it, that is what I do, and I do it a ton. I do it with my adult dog as well. If for whatever reason I need to calm him down, my cue to my dog that they need to calm down is grabbing their collar and just kind of hanging on to them. And when I do this, especially when you first do this with a little puppy, they're probably going to fight a lot, especially if they're not super tired or you've never done it before. So when I'm doing this, I like to match my intensity to the intensity that the dog is showing me. So the more they're wiggling and struggling, the firmer I'm gonna hold the collar. And as they relax, I relax my grip. So I really want to teach the dog how to control the collar grab, how to control my hand on the collar. I also don't let them, she's lying down right now and I'm letting it go, but usually I don't want to let the dog lie down, and I especially don't want to let them roll over because then it gives them more of my arm to grab. So I actually try to keep my hand behind their head and let them do all their flailing around or whatever they're going to do. She's tired. She's ready for a nap. So I'll check back on this later if you guys have questions about puppy biting. I'd love to hear them. That's definitely, it goes on for a while too, so it's not like you do this once and they stop. She's almost 5 months old. She'll be 5 months old next week, and she's still biting. Like, she's still doing biting. So it's also that consistency over time. It's not just telling them once that it's wrong. It's telling them over and over and over again that it's wrong. Other things that help: having your dog on a leash in the house so you don't have to grab them so much, because grabbing can be really confrontational. That's why I like to teach the puppy how to accept being grabbed first, and then use it to correct. So you have to teach them how to accept it first. And if you have a leash on the dog, then you don't have to grab them at all. You just take their leash and guide them where you want them to go. That's why I have the harness on her. Here, get up and work for me, baby. Get up and work for me. So her harness is on because really that's where I'm attaching her leash at this stage, because she's still not very well trained, because she's a baby. So the collar is only on so I can practice collar grabs and so she can get used to wearing it before I'm really using it. So this is where the leash would be for a puppy under 4 months old, under 5 months old, even for some puppies. And I let them pull and whatnot, and if I need to guide her on this, I can guide her pretty easily. I can pick her up. She doesn't care. She's pretty easygoing, and she's getting a little tired right now. So she's also kind of nipping at my face a little bit. I ignored that because it wasn't that close to me, but if she were to get right up in my face and nip at me, I'd grab her really quickly and tell her no. The other trick to correcting your puppy for biting, try to stay calm. So they're doing it because they're in an excited state. So if you add excitement to that by yelling at them or getting really upset with them, you'll make them more excited. So when you're correcting your puppy for, what are you doing? When you're correcting your puppy for, are you done? Yeah, I know. Here, why don't we get up and stop being so crazy? So when you're correcting your puppy, you want to try and stay calm, all right? Calm, cool, and collected. It's a very clear no, that's not okay. Yeah, no, right? So I want her to calm down right now. Good girl, baby. All right, you guys, try it out. I hope it works for your puppy. Be patient. Puppies are a lot of work. They take time to learn all these things, all right? Bye for now.